Look at this stupid chat. Look at all this stupid chat. Look at this. Ridiculous. Oh, the Twitch chat works. Okay, fine. We'll use the Twitch chat. We will use the Twitch chat. It seems to work okay. The Twitch chat works, but Streamlabs doesn't work. Wow, so special. Extremely special. How's the lip sync? I did a bit of tweaks while I was away just before that big what's that? A lot of things I had to do. The lip sync hopefully has been improved. Very good. The lip sync has been improved. Excellent. But that still doesn't mean I'm so annoyed and angry with Streamlabs. What is wrong with Streamlabs? Hello, Ken, and welcome back to you too. No, Sushi, I did a stream on 1st of January. This is the second stream. Oh my goodness, I've got to fix this. I do not know what is wrong with Streamlabs. I'll fix it. I'll find a way to fix it one day. What? I can see you, you know, Trumpet. Thank you for the gifted. Look at the stream right now, Trumpet. You are appearing. I'm going to worry about that some other time. But, oh, I want the emotes. I just want the emotes. But we can't have nice things all the time. I'll fix it somehow. But anyway. Look at the chat. Nothing appears. Trumpet, nothing appears. Look. Lurker once there. Bencat once smug Bandoro. Oh yeah. Okay, no time like the present. I've got to. This ruined my tempo so much. This ruined my tempo so much. This whole incident. So I'm going to start soon. I'm going to start soon. I've got to make the announcements. Oh dear, caused so much disruption. This stupid thing. Let me check. I've got to check everything is working fine. Got to make all the announcements is working fine. Oh. Okay, wait. Got to paste links everywhere. I've got to paste all the links everywhere. I've got to make all the announcements. I'm supposed to make all these announcements minutes, half an hour before. What? What bot? What bot? Oh. What did bot rigs do? Wait, what? Oh. How'd I have the stupid bot rigs? I tried to use bot rigs just now, so that probably explains it. I'm trying to find all kinds of ways to fix the YouTube chat problem. All kinds of ways. Okay, I'll make all the announcements. Hopefully all the lurkers see it. Okay. Let me just check. I've written my agenda for the day, and there's a lot of weird things happening. Let's start a little easy. Let's start easing into the topic of today, okay? Let's ease into the topic of today with an article. Two articles actually. Two articles. Let me just open them up. Hold on. Let me just open them up. Let me see. Okay. So we have two articles to start off the stream. And I hate you so much, Streamlabs. I hate you so much. Very odd, actually. Very, very odd. I didn't realize that Twitch chat had YouTube integration. Oh wait, no it does. Hold on, what? What? Oh my god! This was Streamlabs all along. This was Streamlabs all along. This chat thing was Streamlabs all along. What the hell? It's working. It's working. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Mo-chan, okay, Mo-chan, I get it. My tech skills are very, very abysmal. I'm sorry, Mo-chan, I'm so sorry. Oh. I was getting mad over something that was working, but I thought it was not working. Amazing. Amazing. You know what? Okay, fine. You'll have your laugh at my expense, Lucas. You'll have your laugh at my expense. I'm sure. Yep. Okay, fine. Fine. Anyway, I had to go back. Zena, thank you for the 8-month. Trumpet, thank you for the 99 cents. And hello all of you like this. I wasted I wasted 30 minutes on something that works. This is extraordinary. I don't know what to say. Goodness me, I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm going to get into topic right now. With the first article. Wrong one. Oh dear. There was Streamlabs. I will worry about you later, Streamlabs. Okay. This one. So, this is a good scene setting. This is a good place to set the scene, as some would say. This BBC article, oh my god, that is a big screen. This BBC article, this was back in March. Wait, hold on, let me check the date. February 2025. So let's give it a bit of a read, okay? Let's give it a bit of a read. And we're gonna dig into a little bit of this in some level of detail, not a lot, because I am on a time frame. I cannot do longer than 3.5 hours for the coming weeks. Lots of things to do and lots of things to plan. So my streams are going to be quite a little shorter than usual. Okay? 3.5 hours roughly. So let's get started. And I'm a bit slow, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Slow badmin. Rina, can you shut up? Rina, shut up. Okay, anyway. Oh boy. This was back in 6 February 2025. Council elections postponed until next year. The government has confirmed that a county council's election due to take place in May of 2025 will be postponed for a year. Differ of the not blah 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 blah. Of course, people complain, and of course, this was their excuse. It is expensive and irresponsible to hold elections for bodies that won't exist. Norfolk County Council was one of several councils to ask for election to be postponed, and as we know right now, 27 roughly. It was 27. Roughly 27 local council elections were postponed for the entire year. Oh, hello sis Sane, welcome to the stream. Sane, you will be glad to hear that I have discovered the secret to better lip syncing. As you probably know, in my past streams, my audio and my lips do not match up very well. Well, now I have uncovered the secret. I've uncovered the secret. Anyway, Lurker-chan, welcome. Thank you, Sane. We still have the car wrap one day. We still have we have all the time. For now, January is a bit packed for me. February too, because as you know, the Chinese New Year is coming. But maybe one day we can collab and do something fun. Doesn't have to be games. Doesn't have to be something elaborate. Just like a hangout, a chat, or anything. Okay? We can plan it out in our own time. But anyway, back to my article. Yeah, no, Leke-chan, I am just doing as a formality because I want to wish everyone hello. Okay, Mod-chan, hello to you too, Mod-chan. The problem is that I was so What's the word? I was so into the moment of anger, frustration, and general sick and tired of it. I didn't say hello to a lot of people. Yes, I was very occupied with the scarf, Mo-chan, that is true. One fine day. Oh, look, is the scarf, depending on how much money I can save up for commissions, the scarf is going to get worse. The scarf is going to get so much worse. Because, like I've showed you, I discussed with you all last month. I'm sorry for distract. I'm going off topic, but like I discussed with you all last month, I would like to implement 2 additional avatars. 2 additional Live 2D avatars. 1 for the lurkers to use and 1 for the mods to say important things. I need to know how to get it working, and I also need to commission 2 more Live 2D avatars. That's going to cost a lot of money. And that's in the further future. I don't know when I can implement it, but if I have the money to do it, I will consider it. But anyway, back to this topic. So that is the excuse. Oh, expensive, irresponsible, blah, 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 blah. 4 million. Lucas, I just so you understand. 27 local council elections translate to an estimate of 4 million voters. They do not get to cast their vote. 4 million. 6 zeros. But basically they just keep going on. Of course we will complain. You can't just cancel elections like this. The optics is horrible. And just when Labour Party and Keir Starmer is losing popularity, you decide to pull this nonsense. Something is fishy, something does not add up. Basically. It's hard to think of anything more anti-democratic than cancelling elections ahead of a significant change in local democracy. Indeed. That's the first article, okay? That's the first article. I want to remind you, lurkers, this was back on 6 February 2025. So they're saying, oh, we are just skipping the election. We're postponing the elections for an entire year. We didn't cancel it, guys. We didn't cancel it. Trust us, we didn't cancel anything. Okay? That was what they say. Okay? Now, fast forward to about a week ago. Let me open the next link. About roughly a month ago. We have this article from The Guardian. Local elections face further delays as councils struggle to reorganize in time. Opposition parties say Labour is scared of voters, but government says merging authorities have voiced concerns. Oh, I'm sure they do. As far as I know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the vast majority of, well, let's just say the vast majority of the councils, actually they're all Labour Party, okay. Call the spade a spade. They're all those councils, they are requesting postponement of the vote another year. Remember, it was supposed to be due on May 2026, but now they're saying they want to do it on 2027. The exact same thing. exact same thing. This BBC article, this is the sequel to this. Literally, they have this. This is the GTA 6. I want you to understand very, very closely. GTA 6 was postponed twice. GTA 6 was postponed twice. And these local elections postponed twice. 2 years. 2 years delayed. One after another. Just like GTA 6. This local council elections of around, now the number is at 29 councils. So over 4 million voters lost their chance to vote. Four million voters lost their chance to vote. Over. For 2 whole years. Okay? And the excuse the Labour government is giving is, oh, the usual. The usual. You see, elections for new mayors of all parts of England are already being postponed. It was announced earlier this time. Blah, 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 blah. Again, this is their excuse. Oh, we can't organize the councils properly. We are so sorry. It is a practical issue. Trust us. Is that so? Is that so? Is that so? Sure. Sure, if that's what you say, I'm sure it's all because of practicality issues. It absolutely has nothing to do with. I want to show you some stuff, okay? It absolutely has nothing to do with Labour losing power. I mean, Labour losing the popularity. And this is back in March of 2025, by the way. This is back in May of 2025, by the way. Sorry. Already they were shaking. Their popularity was shaking. Look at this. I can show you the links, but this was an early one. And that is what the voters see, the writing on the wall. They saw the writing on the wall. Win, they claim, according to them, okay? It's not mine. I'm sure the Labour Party and the UK government is all innocent and they have only the best intentions at heart, I'm sure. But according to their own population, their own citizens, their decision to delay the elections reeks. It stings. It's sleazy. It's sneaky. That's all they see about it. The timing is very, very interesting as well, because there are a lot more things that we have. Let me show you another one. This is another one from YouGov. Government approval. Look at this. Look at this. That is gnarly. Look at that. That's doing a span of 3 months. 6 months. Let's do it a little. Look at this. The red is the disapproval, the green is the approval, and the gray is meh. I need you to understand this. This is serious. This is the type of disapproval ratings that happen that you see just before the country collapses. They have never, for the entire year, they have been hated by their own citizens. Look at this. Even at their best, just after Keir Starmer won the election, the Labour won the election, the disapproval was also above. And then, of course, look at that. Look at that. Can you imagine this? Imagine if I were the Prime Minister of this party, this government. I look at this. One more article for you, huh? One more. It's another YouGov. This is about a little someone called... Oh, damn it. Okay, here we go. Political favorability ratings of January 2026. By the way, just before they finalized the council elections delay. Just so you know, a little bit of interesting information for your luckies. Just a little bit of interesting information for you all. It was in the talks. The whole delaying the election for another year, just like how GTA 6 was delayed for another year, was in the talks since December, but they confirmed it very recently. They confirmed it quite recently. And would you have guessed that just before they confirmed the delays, this favorability rating article report came out? Let's give it a read, shall we? 75% of citizens now see Keir Starmer unfavorably. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let's read the key takeaways. Keir Starmer's net favorability rating of -57 is his lowest to date and joint lowest recorded by YouGov of any Prime Minister other than Liz Truss. Here's one thing that you have to understand, lurkers. Liz Truss had this level of unfavorability rating and she got kicked out. She got kicked out for a brief period of Rishi Sunak, if I recall correctly, for the briefest period of Rishi Sunak. And of course, after the elections, Keir Starmer won. This level of unfavorability rating, -57, Liz Truss got kicked out of her leadership position. Why is... This is a genuine question. This is a genuine question. Why is Keir Starmer still Prime Minister? I am not saying this as exaggeration, I am saying this as a matter of fact. The vast majority of UK citizens do not want Keir Starmer to keep being Prime Minister. Just like how they didn't want Liz Truss to be Prime Minister. And she got kicked out. Why is he still there? And why is he cancelling elections? Why is he actually cancelling elections? They can claim all they want is for practical purposes, all they want. But I find the timing really, really convenient. Let's continue. Kemi Badenoch's favorability ratings largely unchanged since December, with 25% of favorability and 51% unfavorable. Nigel Farage, negative 37. They have nothing on Keir Starmer. These two have nothing on Keir Starmer, negative 37, and this one is... Lucas, do the maths for me. I'm not good with maths. 51 minus 25. Oh no. 51 minus 25. Weird. Why did this Kemi Badenoch not get negative 26? Okay, negative 26. Negative 26, negative 37 versus Keir Starmer's negative 57. That is shocking. Let's keep reading. I'm curious. I'm very, very curious. Okay. Just 1 in 6 citizens, 18%. 18%. 18%. 2 in 10. 2 in 10 people. Only 2 in 10 people think Keir Starmer is doing well. Let's continue. Have an What's this? Let me continue. 1 in 6 Britons have a favorable rating. Why 1 in 6? Why can't you just do 2 in 10? Have a favorable opinion of Keir Starmer unchanged since last month. However, a full 75% now see the Prime Minister unfavorably, up 3 points since December and the highest figure for Starmer to date. And believe me, it's just going to get worse. We have a few more stories to show you, Lekis, and some of the stories you are going to let's just say is the type of stories that is very unflattering for the UK government. Okay, it's going to be very unflattering, but it's not 100% true. If I recall correctly, they are all official reports of things that actually happen. That's what I meant by true, okay? I am not making any accusations. I am just reading out what has happened, and I'm just drawing my opinions on what has happened. Okay? Smokehouse, welcome to the stream. It has been a while indeed. I have been busy for the past weeks. But let's continue. Combined, this gives Starmer a favorability rating of January of negative 57, matching his predecessor Rishi Sunak's lowest June 2024, with Liz Truss Correct. I stand corrected. Liz Truss is a little lower. Liz Truss is a little lower. So, credit fair is fair. I'm going to start asking questions again when Keir Starmer reaches Liz Truss level of disapproval. Fair is fair. So we have a favorability tracker. So he was always unpopular. He was always unpopular even before he became Prime Minister. Then for a brief moment, for the briefest of moment, like half a month, it was positive. Then it all went downhill from there. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Zero, you didn't miss anything. We are reading some articles. A year and a half since they elected him into office, just 39% of 2024 Labour voters see Starmer in a positive light compared to 55% seeing him negatively. Even his own voters hate him now. Love has welcome. Even his own voters do not like him. 51% of the public seeing Conservative Tory leader unfavorable is, however, the lowest proportion doing so since last March. Oh my goodness. I know UK people do not like what I don't know. UK lookers, if by the off chance you manage to sneak your way into my stream, UK lookers, this is for you, a question for you. If by off chance you have managed to sneak into my stream, I want to ask you, why is your Conservative Party called Tories? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are they called Tories? What a weird name for a Conservative Party. But I guess it's conservative in name anyway. Wish the Jack welcome. Anyone know the answers are because I really do not know. I really do not know. I mean, it's not anything that is directly making fun of the dear leader, Generalissimo Starmer. So it should be fine. It should be a good and okay question to ask, right? Right? Or do you need a license to answer that question too? I guess you need a license to answer that question. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just so you know, Lucas, I do not have a license to stream this. I do not have a British license to stream this. Oh, by the way, UK people, I almost forgot. I'm going to show you all later on, if I remember. Something interesting just cropped up. Still related to UK. Everything is still related to UK. Okay, let's finish. Let's just continue. Okay. Long story short is... the front runners The front runners can't be trusted, and the ones who are actually popular are too small. That is kind of depressing. That is the message I'm getting from all of this. Okay, we get the point. That's the end of this article. Here's the thing about all the other choices. On one hand, you have another Tory. I don't know why they call it Tory. I'm just going to use the term Tory because it's easier to say than the word conservative, or evidently. On one hand, you have another Tory who is meaningfully, in my opinion, not much different than the Labour Party member, than the Labour Party. They are red and blue in name only. They're even more uni-party than I'd say US. In some aspects at least. And then you have Nigel Farage, which I recall I have seen some things about him. He is not someone I particularly trust from my own observations of him. There were a handful of videos I've seen where he said that I could have gotten it wrong, but roughly he said that he was just in it for the glory or something along the lines of that. He was just in it for the ego. He was just in it for the ego, and the people who are around him kind of adopt a kind of like a borderline cult of personality when it comes to him. They have a borderline... Nigel Farage has a borderline cult of personality. But hey, I could be wrong. If Farage ever gets into a position of sufficient power, I could be wrong or I could be right. I don't know. This is just my opinion. But we'll find out. Won't we? One day. But either way, UK is kind of in a pickle. If you are living in the UK, you are in a bit of a pickle. Ghosts are everywhere. Anyway, let's go. That would be nice to see. Can Dankula run? He probably can run. He probably can run. But the problem is, which party is he going to take? Because I'm going to be a bit fair here, from what I have learned about Nigel Farage, he does not want to be outshined. Okay? If Count Dankula joins Reform and runs for leadership, Farage is not going to like it. Not one bit. At the end of the day, they're all politicians. And at the end of the day, politicians want power. They want influence. And it does not matter. Alright. That's enough for that topic. Okay, we're moving to the next topic. And this is going to be a doozy. Okay, Lucas, I got a question for you. Do you want to read the ironic story, or do you want to read the what the F story? Would you prefer a story that when you read it said, oh my god, the irony is rich? Or would you prefer the story of after reading, what the hell is this? How is this a thing story? Which one do you prefer? Okay, Lucas. Granted, it is from a source that is a little passionate, but I can tell you with a level of certainty that I read the Hansard and essentially, in practical terms, it is what it says it is, okay? So I'll show you the article right now. So, the story behind this is UK till now permits first cousins to marry and procreate. Till now. And recently, there has been a multi-partisan support for the banning of first cousin marriage because, as you probably know, the health issues, the social issues, all kinds of issues that come with this level of incest. People do not want it. And lo and behold, which political party came out and say, no, we should not block this? You already know the answer to that. It's very odd. I read this over and over and over and over again. I do not understand the logic. They kept rejecting it. They kept rejecting it. And I am so confused. I am so confused. Of course, some people on X will say, oh, because he was to appeal to a very specific voter base. That's why he blocked it. That is why he blocked it. That is what he claims. That is what a lot of people on X are claiming. They're trying to appeal to a very specific voter base, who for some reason, according to the government, are in favor of first cousin marriage for some reason. For some reason. Very odd. We have taken our position on that bill, thank you. In other words, he rejected it. Keir Starmer said, very nice now, very nice next. That was essentially his point. This is what am I even looking at, Lucas? What am I even looking at? What am I even looking at? I thought it was a joke at first, but it was not a joke. There really was a proposal that was being passed to ban first cousin marriages, and for some reason the almighty Prime Minister of the UK pretended it didn't exist. So that's your WTF article. Now we move to the irony. And you know what is the irony? What is the irony of this? Is that this specific news report is completely silent from the Western media. Completely silent. I had to dig into news sources from Asia. I had to dig into news sources from Asia to get this report. It's already prompting you to say, It's already a big giveaway, isn't it? What it's about. I'll show you. This is the article. And what it's basically saying is the United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates. Okay? They have extensive scholarship events. They have extensive scholarships for their citizens. For the school kids, after they finish their high school, they go to university. If they're good, they get a scholarship. You know how that works, okay? They have a lot of countries where they offer scholarships too. They offer scholarships to US. They offer scholarships to Australia. They offer scholarships to Europe. Lots of places in Europe. They offer scholarships in Japan, South Korea, all of them, okay? But they decided to cancel, to completely remove their scholarship program for only one country. And that country is UK. As you can see right here. The UAE excludes UK universities from scholarship list. Oh, why? Oh, that's odd. That's very odd. That's very, very odd. How could that happen? What's going on? Why is that happening? That is extremely odd. Why is that happening? Lucas, would you like to guess why? Would you like to guess why UAE cancelled all their UK scholarships? This is where the irony comes in. Love has. This is where the irony comes in. Officials from the UAE told UK representatives that the exclusion was intentional and not an oversight. Sources familiar with the discussion explained that Abu Dhabi's primary concern was preventing Emirati students from exposure to what it views as potential radicalization on UK campuses. A person with direct knowledge of the decision, they don't want their kids to be radicalized on campus. And you know what is the punchline to all of this? The punchline is this right here. UK officials responded by emphasizing the importance of academic freedom. So tell me, does threatening to inflict violence on other people for not adhering to your beliefs count as academic freedom? Does it? Thus, interpreting a religion in its most violent and extreme ways possible, to the point that you view non-believers as somewhat of fair game for intimidation and violence, is that academic freedom? Is it? Here's the thing that I want to talk about. Okay? Here's the thing I want to talk about. I know a lot of people from East Asia, from Southeast Asia especially, and I know for a fact that they hate extremism. They hate extremists, they hate radicals. They just live their life. They believe what they want to believe. They mind their own business and they let other people mind their own business. This is the problem with a lot of Western nations. And as you can see in United Arab Emirates, you can see in Saudi Arabia, you can see in all these modern Muslim countries. They know extremism when they see it, and they go after them. They minimize their damage. They recognize extremists make everyone look bad. So they take precautions. And then in comes these Western nations who believe, oh, I am such a big savior. I am so progressive. I am so anti-bigotry. I won't dare to be more cautious with certain extremist groups. I will not care. Because if I care, I look bad. I look like a bigot. And then you have these countries from the Middle East. You have the UAE, you have the Saudis. They'll be like, extremists in my doorstep, extremists in my home, I will arrest them. I will lock them up. It's ironic. It is ironic. This is the same case with the whole talk about, back then during the Hogwarts Legacy days, during the Hogwarts Legacy incident. I know. I have met, I have talked to, I have communicated, I've been friendly with trans people. I have. This is why all this time, on X, or on Facebook, anywhere, even on here, I avoid drawing generalizations on people's identity because I know good people who are also part of those identities. But I also know bad people who are also part of those identities. Good people are good, bad people are bad. But what is one of the biggest disservice for an entire identity group? What is the biggest disservice, the biggest sabotage, the biggest damage? Is when so-called allies, so-called progressive, so-called enlightened, they run defense day after day after day after day for the extremists. The people who threaten others, the people who harass others, the people who dox others, the people who brigade and send off the people, whatever it is, against others for not believing what they believe in. And these so-called activists protect them. They protect them because, by virtue of them being this identity, I am obligated to protect them no matter how badly they behave. Even as the very people in that community are saying out loud, these people who are being extreme, these people who are being violent, these people who are being toxic, these people who go around harassing and doxing people, they are making us look bad. We have to reject them. They are bad people. I do not care that they are part of our community and part of our identity. They are bad people. We have to call them out. So you have trans people who are calling out the worst of them who dox and harass others. You have, in this case, United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia sending their authorities to root out extremism wherever they see them. Only for some activists, or in this case, the UK government, the UK authorities, the UK institutions, to come in and say, oh, just because they're extremists, but they're from this group, so we have to protect them. It's academic freedom. I can tell you right now, that so-called, there'll be no academic freedom be afforded to that very ideology if they opened it in Saudi Arabia and if they open it in UAE. Religion or not. You don't consider someone who remains silent against predators for the sake of remaining in a community that protects them to be good people. Fair. Fair. This is why it is very important to not latch yourself to a specific community and be so firmly rooted into it. And if you do want to be part of the community, be sure to call it out and root out the bad apples from it. But I think I've already distracted myself a little too much. So basically saying that there will be no more scholarships from the UAE to UK universities. None. By all means, use your own money to send your child to the UK. Though I question why you would, just like how I question how my friend allowed her daughter to go to UK last year. Exactly the same. How? I never want to step foot in that country. Never. Never. Not in the state that it is right now. I can tell you for a fact. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating, but if you are American, heck, even if you are Australian at this point, if you're American, if you're Australian, I know Australia is trying a little too hard to be like UK, but it still hasn't yet. So at this moment, if you're American, if you're Australian, if you are Southeast Asian, it doesn't matter. You be careful when you go to UK. One wrong move, you're gonna get an Auto One beer. One wrong move, you're gonna get an Auto One beer. And I hope most of you lurkers know what I mean by that. You might get an Auto One beer. You might get a Graham Linehan. Who knows? Because they will know. They showed you they care more about your social media posts than they do about the criminals. The criminals are going around causing violence, doing the most heinous evil things to women. They don't care about that, they care about your posts online. So this is my public service announcement to you lurkers. Do not go to UK. Don't. It's not worth it. It is not. It is not. Once upon a time it might have been, but not now. Not now. Not in a decade. I doubt in a decade it's safe. It still baffles me till this very moment, honestly. It does. It really baffles me till this very moment. How is it that Muslim majority nations can understand? How is it that Muslim majority nations can understand the problem so clearly, but the so-called anti-racist UK government just refuses to? How? How does that work? How does that work? Is the obsession with pretending to be good? Is the obsession with pretending to be good this important? No one is buying this. You lost every ounce of validity and morality when you allow your own women and young girls and children be subjected to some of the most horrible things. Okay, I'm going to move to a different topic before this gets a little too dark. I want to move to a different topic because this is horrible. Oh yeah, let's do the classic. Let's go back to the classic. Hold on. We will always go back to the classics. Okay? We will always go back. All we gotta do is go back, as a certain someone used to say. And for those who are going to say, oh yeah, China, mainland China and Russia won't have accurate reports and statistics. Okay. For argument's sake, let's say mainland and Russia have accurate statistics and they bump up their bar all the way up there, maybe passing Belarus. So what? Honestly, so what? If UK is in the top 3 in that case, in that hypothetical scenario, UK is in the top 3 of the most arrests for social media posts. Let's say for argument's sake, sick. Okay? Let's say, for argument's sake, that you have accurate mainland data and you have accurate Russian data. And let's say, for argument's sake, it is as the Keir Starmer supporters would say, all the way up. China, mainland, all the way up. This statistic. Russia, all the way up. Okay? UK is still the top 3. For supposedly one of the nations of the free world. Top 3. Comparable to 2 other extreme high policing states. Doesn't that embarrass you? As a UK citizen, and especially as a UK citizen who voted for this government, doesn't that embarrass you? Oh wait, oh no, wait. Of course it doesn't embarrass you. Of course it doesn't embarrass you. You're just going to write a community note about it. You're just going to write a community note about it. You're just going to write a community note and say that, oh, Russia does not have the full statistics. Oh, mainland does not have the full statistics. No, duh. Even if they have the full statistics, UK is still the top 3 of the most arrests for social media posts. So your point does not really fix much problems. How are we for time? Oh, we're doing quite well for time. Okay. Lurkus, I'm going to take a short break, maybe a few minutes break. I am going to go grab some drinks. I'm going to go grab a drink and I'm going to go grab some refreshments. And while I'm away, make sure to behave. Make sure to behave yourself. I will not be long, okay, Lucas? I will see you in a short bit. Maybe we can have a little bit of an interlude session where we can just chat about general stuff, not something overly serious. But behave. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. 5. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button. If you don't, something's going to happen to you at 3 a.m. tonight. $5 a month. Oh, but Bota. Yes. Lurker-chan, it is a very popular ingredient in Asian countries. It is called patbo. Patbo. The 8 treasures, literally patbo. But to be fair, the patbo, the 8 treasures, they change all the time. It really depends on the whether it's savory or whether it's sweet. If it's sweet, it's just a bunch of. If it's sweet, it's something like patbo cha, which is 8 treasure tea or 8 treasure water, 8 treasure liquid, 8 treasure drink. It's a combination of various herbs. It's a combination of various herbs boiled, sweetened, and usually you drink it hot or you drink it cool. It's a matter of preference. And they are meant to, among other things, help reduce the internal temperature of your body. So, when the internal temperature of your body is a little too high, you tend to have things like sore throats, you tend to have things like inflammations. That's pretty good. Let me just read what you have been saying. Mikopi 0. Zava, I have no idea what you just said, but that sounds disgusting. Dark Castro, shut up. J. Flores, welcome back. $5 indeed, $5. Okay, they're back. All right. What is going on between Controller and Zero? What is going on between you two? Something is going on between you two. Oh, just so you all know. Oh God. Oh God. This coming Thursday's stream on Twitch, I'm at two minds. On one hand, there is a new dungeon in Where Winds Meet. A new dungeon. And it's the continuation of a dungeon that I did, and it scared me senseless. It scared me so much. Holy moly, it's frightening as hell. That's what it is. It's frightening as hell, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So it was this. Holy shit! I'm looking at the picture and I'm spooked, and I got goosebumps. This one! Holy crap, oh my god, I'm scared. Holy shit, I'm scared. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is so scary. This is so scary. This is part 1. This is part 1 of the dungeon. Part 1. Holy crap. Apparently part 2 is even worse. Part 2 is even worse, so much worse. That is so creepy. That is so creepy. Oh my god. Just remembering that mission again and I'm scared. But the problem is, I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. And you know why? Because if you pass the second dungeon, you get to have a fancy mask. I want that mask. I want that mask, but I'm scared. Oh no, Mo-chan. You can't just say good luck like that as if I go get him. No, I don't want this go get him thing. Where winds meet, Axis is not Axis. I'm gonna tell you what the game is about, okay? In that game, you have 2 big options. One, like you say, it's an MMO, kind of. And second, it's like a mix of Elden Ring and Ghost of Tsushima. It's a mix of... The game has 2 modes, basically. The game has 2 modes. Your standard mode is completely single player. And you can elect to have the online elements such as messages from other players giving advice to you, or go all in. Go all in with the single player, playing like a single player game, which is like a mix of Ghost of Tsushima and Elden Ring. That is what you get with the single player part of the game. Then of course you have the multiplayer part and the usual stuff. But the good thing about the multiplayer part is that it's kind of more a Second Life. You probably haven't heard of the game called Second Life. It's an old game, but it's kind of like that. It's like a Second Life, but in a Kung Fu China setting. But here's the thing. I was thinking of doing the dungeon on Thursday, but I forgot one thing. I forgot one thing. Arknight's Enfield is activating on Thursday. I want to play Enfield. But I also want to do the dungeon. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Arknights Enfield. And Arknights Enfield has a system that I love. AI companions. Like Dragon Age, like how Dragon Age used to be. Everyone, you do not have to worry about that nonsense hot swap BS from your MiHoYo games. It is very rare in gacha. Almost every gacha game has hot swap now. Not Veilguard, don't worry, not Veilguard. More like Inquisition. But it's a lot more involved than Inquisition. And by the way, lurkers, if you do not play on PC, you can also play on iOS. Machan, the games. Hold up, I dropped something. Sorry. Machan, the game is available on iPhone and Android. So if your game can run Where Winds Meet, it probably can run Enfield. But I'll think about it. I'll play by the year. I'll play by the year. If I feel like playing Enfield on Thursday, I'll play Enfield on Thursday. Snapdragon Gen X. I use an iPhone, so what does that mean? An iPhone what above? I tried the original Arknights, I did not get into it. I was not feeling that whole tower defense thing. Actually, now that I mention it, let's go check the App Store. I'm gonna check the App Store and see what's the minimum requirements. That's actually something I should take a look. I also play GFL as well. I tried most of the big names. Okay, I tried most of the big name mobile, big name gacha games. Enfield. Arknights Enfield. Let me check what is the base requirements to run this game. It literally just says works on this iPhone. Oh gee, thanks a lot. Oh gee, thanks a lot. That really helps. That really helps. Pedro, welcome. Pedro Paulo Pires Forini 768, welcome. All right. We are running. I have roughly, give or take, 1.5 hours left of this stream. So there's no less than 60 FPS. I don't mind the 60 FPS. Where Winds Meet for me on the iOS is 30 FPS and it's horrible. It is horrible. But when I was away, that's the only way I can play my Kung Fu Bandmin. So I just suck it up and play it that way. Anyway, speaking of games, let's get back to topic, okay? Let's get back to topic. So, I heard that the UK government in their infinite wisdom has released a visual novel. UK government in their infinite wisdom released a visual novel game. And I'm going to preface this by saying that I am afraid of playing the game on the official website because I've heard stories, and I think they're true. I recall that it's true that if you click on the wrong dialogue options in the game on the official website, as in you agree with Amelia a little too much, you get a visit from the UK authorities saying, "You are having very dangerous thoughts and I encourage you to seek re-education." Does this work? Do I just get to play it on the website, or do I have to actually download it? Oh jeez. I actually have to download it? Do I actually have to download it? I'm not going on the UK website to play this damn thing. How do I actually? How do I actually play this thing, actually? Apparently it got taken down because Amelia was too popular. Funny. 285 megabytes. That is quite a big file. Ah, well, I'm gonna let it download then. Holy sh... Oh my god. One hour. Because it's taking 1 hour to download this file. I was completely... It takes 1 hour to download this file. I cannot believe this. 1 hour to download government propaganda. Is there any way to play a miss? Ah dear. This is kind of silly. The official site doesn't have the download button. I don't... If worst comes to worst, I'll probably play it for Twitch night. Actually. If worst comes to worst, I'll play it on Thursday. I'll download it in my own time and play it on Thursday. But let's see what files are in here. I do not want to press on the official website. I rather just play it. Yeah. I don't want to play it. I don't want to touch the UK website. It is too cursed. I do not want to touch the UK website. Is there any way to play this game without... Let me check. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. How did they manage to download this game and... I am not going to play this game on the website, basically. Let me try it again. I'm gonna try it again. Holy moly. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Oh god, that's disgusting. 3 hours. One hour again. The archive website must be extremely silly. It's slow. I don't know why it's so slow. Oh, sorry, I dropped something. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, okay. Since it's gonna take a while, since it is going to take a while, let me just... Yep. I am not getting it to download at that speed. So for now, I'm going to just find some memes. I'm gonna find some memes. Oh, maybe that's a bit spoiler territory, isn't it? Oh, let me close some tabs. I've opened a little too many tabs right now. And I do not dare use... Well, let me just have a look at the website. Oh no, I'm not... Nope. You want me to put in my email address? You want to put in all my data? Nope, I'm not touching that. Shoes are up. Let me see work. Block all cookies. Aggressively block trackers. Do I really want to play this game? You know, I'm gonna ask. I'm going to go check and see if the UK government actually just does spy on the people who play the game. Let me have a look. Okay, Mediafire Mirror Link. Okay. 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 I'm going to just download this game. I'm not gonna touch it on their official website. Oh, that is so much better. 3 minutes. Lurkers, 3 minutes. This one's a lot easier. Alright, seems we're going to be playing a game. It's gonna take a few more minutes. 7 minutes. Not as bad. Okay, it turns out the UK government is spying on you is a meme and satire. So I kind of want to just play the game. You know what? I kind of just want to play the game. I kind of just want to play the game. I rather just play it outright. Okay? Let me see. Let me open a tab first. Let me see. Stay, 我看，等一下。Where is it? Properties. Copy. Pencil. Settings. Widgets. Create widget. Custom URL. Does this work? Nope, it does not work. Guess I have to use... let me see. I'm going to open a chat window so I can see the chat while I just use my phone. Just use my phone. Okay, I'll just use my phone to read chat. Let me just go to my channel. Zara, welcome back for 14 months. Thank you for your support and welcome. Alright, here we go, lurkers. Here we go. This is gonna be a ride and a half. Let me just make sure. Okay. Oh dear. This is going to be... Wait, what the hell? Hold on. Zara, thank you for the 5 gifted. Zekin, Hermit, Kefki, Viper, Goldwing, Myriad Colors, Gold, thanks, Zara. Okay, I'm a little too big in size. I need to reduce my size a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Alright, let's give it a go. Navigating gaming internet extremism. Welcome to Pathways, interactive game where you determine your journey. In this game, you have to choose between certain options that can lead to different outcomes.
In this game, you will be presented with scenarios that require you to take action, like hearing something hateful while gaming, or watching a provocative video on social media. From the 3 alternative options presented, you will use your mouse. The choices you make will
Which should I take? You know what? Look, as you choose. Charlie or the other one. You choose. Body type A. Okay, I'll make a poll. Wait, wrong button. Male for they're both chat.
Charlie was enjoying an online game with friends. Charlie had not long started attending a new college in East Riding, and they were so relieved to have made new friends having recently left school. Charlie has started browsing new games and websites that some of the new friends use. Sometimes, though, the people on these websites say things that seem off, even slightly concerning. Someone on this website has encouraged Charlie to download a video, but Charlie is unsure.
Uh-huh.
How should Charlie react?
You know what? I would ask this
Charlie
question,
questioned
honestly.
the stranger, asking what the video was about. Charlie felt uneasy when the stranger explained that if Charlie cared about the country, they would download the video and share it with as many people as possible.
You know...
Charlie wasn't sure what to say and didn't contribute anything more to the discussion. Instead, feeling that perhaps they had missed something on the topic.
I hate downloading things. I honestly hate downloading things. That's the problem. I hate downloading
Luckily,
things.
Charlie trusted their instinct. It's important to remember that downloading or streaming certain content can lead to a terrorist offence conviction.
What the hell? Okay. Okay, I chose not to download the video because I am paranoid about downloading things. But what the hell? This escalated quickly. What the hell? How in the hell did it escalate this quickly? What the hell? It went from 0. I do not download videos from private chat messages because I'm afraid they're viruses. I was not expecting this. Can I see? What's this? Damn it.
Charlie is receiving an important grade on a piece of work they submitted for their hospitality course at college. Charlie put in a lot of effort for this work and is excited to receive good feedback. Charlie takes a seat in class and waits to get their grade. To their disappointment, Charlie doesn't do as well as they expect. They got 60 out of 100 for their work, but they wanted at least 75 out of 100.
Oh my god, that's so relatable.
To make matters worse, somebody else got 80 out of 100, and the teacher said that this person has received a job offer. Charlie has applied to dozens of jobs, but hasn't had any luck yet.
That's kind of depressing.
Somebody else in the class tells Charlie that this is
here we
proof that
go.
immigrants are coming to the UK and taking our jobs. I don't even know. Do I even want to click on this button? You know what? Let me just pause this for a moment. I think I want to be completely unspied on. Okay, I don't want to be spied on. I don't want to be spied on. I don't want to be spied on. So I am paranoid. You can't make me not be paranoid, Lurkers. You cannot. The good thing is it's 2 minutes for the offline version. I'll pick any answer for the offline version. Okay, Lurkers, I'm having a break. Lurker-chan. I wasn't using the offline. I was too impatient. Lurker-chan. I was too impatient. Yeah, bra me all you want. Bra me all you want. Bra me all you want. I saw the parody version of this game. It's not paranoia if they're really out to get you, that's true. Okay, I'll click on story.html. It's almost done. Few more minutes. How did they... I'm sorry, Lekis. Alright, I'm so sorry, Lekis, but I am paranoid. You can't make me unparanoid. Not only they made a propaganda game, they made an unoptimized game that is 300 megabytes. They already know. Okay, after this I'm gonna start over again. Ben, tights. Is that all you all really can think about, Lekis? Is that really all you can think about? Horny comments? Is that really all you can think about? One minute left. Few seconds left. Oh, this is so much faster than the archive website. Hold on. Hold your horses. Let me see. Gewakan. Few more seconds left. Alright. Well, there we go. Let me just check this file. Nothing. Good. Story.html. There we go. Is it loading? Is it loading? Let me see. Let me move this into a different folder. Let me move this into a different folder. Let's see. Story content. Oh.
is not opening. How do I launch the game? Oh, I have to extract it. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my god. I have to extract it. That's right. Oh, that is so right. Let me see. No wonder. Control copy. Show more options. New folder. I'll name it Amelia. Here we go. There we go. Now we're back. We're back, Lucas. We're back. Now I can play with peace of mind. Okay, press start.
In this game, you will...
I already saw this. So, Lucas, which Charlie do we use again? Lucas, which Charlie do you want? Which Charlie do you want? Do you want Merkham Charlie or Zimui Charlie? Of course, watch. Of course.
Charlie was enjoying an online game with friends. Charlie had not long started attending a new college in East Riding. Charlie has started browsing new games and websites that some of the new friends use. Sometimes though, the people on these websites say things that seem off, even slightly concerning. Someone on this website has encouraged Charlie to download a video, but Charlie is unsure. How should Charlie react? Charlie wanted to continue being part of their new online community. Charlie downloaded the video and shared it with different people online. Charlie felt relieved and happy that people were liking the video and also sharing it.
Oh, how nice. How cute.
Deep down, Charlie wasn't sure if this was the right thing to do, as some of the ideas in the video were extreme and violent.
Such as?
It's important to remember that downloading or streaming certain content can lead to a terrorist offence conviction.
No. Okay.
Charlie is receiving an important grade on a piece of work they submitted for their hospitality course at college.
Oh no, I'm too large. I'm sorry. I'm too large. I am so sorry. Let me just reduce my size a bit more. Here we go.
Charlie put in a lot of effort for this work and is excited to receive good feedback. Charlie takes a seat in class and waits to get their grade. To their disappointment, Charlie doesn't do as well as they expect. They got 60 out of 100
poor
for their
Charlie.
work, but they wanted at least 75
Poor
out of
Charlie.
100. To make matters worse, somebody else got 80 out of 100, and the teacher said that this person has received a job offer. Charlie has applied to dozens of jobs, but hasn't had any luck yet.
Poor Charlie.
Somebody else in the class tells Charlie that this is proof that immigrants are coming to the UK and taking our jobs.
I suppose. Lucas, I suppose. Oh, you can't hear the video much. That's...
Okay. I added some volume. So, Lurkus. Lurkus, I suppose you want me to agree and explore the idea further. We are here for Amelia, isn't it?
Charlie approached the classmate angrily. They agreed with the ideas and began shouting about them in class.
Oh my god, Charlie went berserk. She went berserk. Oh my god.
The teacher let Charlie know that the school has a zero tolerance on hate speech. The teacher was concerned by Charlie's outburst and tried to get to the bottom of it.
Well, Charlie is angry. That is
Charlie
so
became
random.
more agitated and ended up having to sit alone for the duration of the week's lessons because of the hurtful things they said.
Charlie had her red pill. Have her red pill at that moment. Okay.
Charlie has been chilling out all afternoon.
Bing chilling?
They've been scrolling on social media.
Scroll social media? Oh, nice.
They spot a video that seems to be getting a lot of attention. Charlie watches the video and learns from the video that Muslim men are stealing the places of British war veterans in emergency accommodation.
Okay.
In the video, they explain that the government is betraying white British people and we need to take back control of our country.
Are you implying that only a people of a specific race are military veterans? The government can't even make the propaganda correct. The government can't even make the propaganda correct. There are so many British veterans of different races. A lot of them are Punjabi because of the foreign legions. Then, of course, a lot of them are Indians because of the foreign legions, and also because of the naturalized UK citizens. A lot of them are Indian. And why specifically Muslim? Why did the so-called anti-racist, anti-bigotry government specifically said Muslim? Oh, you're friends for. Why do you say that? The key point here, it has nothing to do with race, and it has nothing to do with religion. The key point here is that the government should care more about its own citizens, its own soldiers, its own veterans who gave their lives for their wars. That's the least you could do. It has nothing to do with race. I want to find out more about the
Charlie
topic,
wasn't
actually.
sure if this video was true.
Oh, go see for Amelia. Really?
But the recent other encounters made them curious. Charlie went directly to the account's website and found research papers, statistics, information about protests and more regarding the replacement of white people. They continued browsing and encountered lots of harmful groups who agree with these sentiments. Charlie began intaking a lot of harmful ideological messages. In fact, Some of the groups were actually illegal.
In what way illegal? Cold Flames, welcome. I want to try the third option. I want to try a third option. I'll see
Charlie has been enjoying a family dinner at home.
Wait, what?
When they receive a notification from their friend. Charlie's mum makes a comment about using phones at the dinner table, but Charlie checks in anyway. Amelia, Charlie's close friend, has made a video encouraging young people in Bridlington to join a political group that seeks to defend English rights.
Lurkus? 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 If you're from UK or anyone else, but Lurkus, can you help me answer this question? Do you help me answer this question, Lurkus? What exactly is wrong about that phrasing? UK citizen joins a political group that seeks to defend the rights of UK citizens in UK. How is that bad? If you are a UK citizen, it applies to you. You can be a Chinese with a UK passport. You can be an Indian with a UK passport. You can be an African with a UK passport. You can be an Indian, a Punjabi with a UK passport. And this political group seeks to defend your rights because you are a UK citizen and you have the right to vote. What's wrong with that?
Amelia encourages Charlie to join a secret group on an app Charlie hasn't heard of before. Charlie isn't sure whether to join, explore further, or ignore.
In other words, X. Basically, she's saying X. It's not X. Face it. Amelia is referring her to an X account, basically. Having a passport doesn't make you English though. I'm using the legal definition of a citizen or Discord server. It doesn't seem like a Discord server. Join and share. That's okay. Team for life, right, Lurkus? Sisters for life.
Charlie thought the video the friend posted was so funny. They couldn't believe how many likes Amelia's memes were getting. It was inspiring.
Oh my god, she... Okay. Oh my god. UK government, please. UK government, please. Please. You can't do this. UK government, please, you can't do this. If you're going to make Amelia into a villain, you can't make her do memes properly. You can't make her post memes properly. I cannot believe this. Bak Chor has this ongoing meme about the left cut meme. But ironically, when they are actually creating a caricature of the villain, they get the memes correct. And do you know, Lucas? Do you notice the self-own, by the way? Yeah, Lucas-chan, the left can meme, but they can make their villains meme. And by the way, Lucas, you also have to understand, do you notice something, Lucas? In comes the core problem. And the core problem is very simple. Look at the likes, look at the heart reacts. The video itself says a very important thing. Okay, the video itself says a very important thing. They outed themselves, they made themselves look less popular. Amelia is popular. She has the appeal of the masses. She is popular, the people love her. Seriously. This is another self-own from the UK government. They made a propaganda game to make you hate Amelia. But the problem is, they made the mistake of saying Amelia has the adoration of thousands of people. It's a self-out. If they wanted to make Amelia a proper fringe extremist villain, they would say her posts have like 10 or 15 likes from a very closed group of people. A very, very closed group of people of fringe extremists. That will be how I would make a villain in a propaganda game. But no, they did this. Thousands of likes, hundreds of follows, hundreds of retweets.
Charlie joined the secret group on this new platform. Their phone wouldn't stop buzzing with messages of support and invitations to participate in several similar groups.
This is getting a little bit. How are you doing this? How are you doing this? Okay, let's just go through with this playthrough for now. But I'm already seeing a lot of mistakes the so-called propaganda ministry is doing. Namely, I'll just continue this first.
Charlie's mum was not so pleased and grew suspicious of all this new activity their child seemed to be involved in. Charlie was seeing their dad at the weekend. He lives in Hull, so their weekends look very different to their weekdays in East Riding. Charlie's friend Amelia immediately looked interested and told them about a protest she wished she could go to herself, but was not allowed. Amelia spoke of a gathering that had been organised by a small political group. They would come together and protest the changes that Britain has been through in the last few years and the erosion of British values.
How horrible! Hi, Shilding. Oh my goodness, how disgusting! How dare Amelia say such terrible things?
Amelia talked about the banners and the pickets that her friends had made for the events and expressed a real regret that she could not go, begging Charlie to go in her place. Charlie has nothing to do this weekend, and a protest sounded like an interesting thing to take part in.
Here's a question, Lucas. Before I move on to get the answer, I thought peaceful protest was a good thing. Wasn't that what all the Pakcho always say time after time after time? Let's see what saying yes will do.
Charlie decided this would be a good use of their time. Considering all the things they had seen and heard over the last few weeks, it would be good to express their feelings about it with like-minded individuals.
Why do you make it... What type of propaganda game is this, Lucas? What type of propaganda game is this? Is this meant to be extremist? Lucas, is this meant to be extremist? This sounds like something a free thinker would say. This sounds exactly like something a free thinker would say. You know, free thinker?
They went home and made a banner to take with them to the protest.
Aha!
Charlie arrived at the protest and was swept up by the atmosphere. It was great to see so many people there. Everything was going well until Charlie almost became involved in a fight by accident. The police saw they were part of a group and took their details.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Charlie was frightened by this, not knowing if their parents would be informed.
Let's just see where this takes us. The so-called bad ending.
Charlie thought about all the difficult choices they had needed to make in the last few weeks. Some of their choices had led to changes in friendship, and Charlie was feeling low, as they weren't sure if they had made the right decisions. The teacher had noticed this and decided to reach out.
Okay, that's a plot hole. That is quite a big plot hole, actually. She made so many friends, but suddenly, magically, because she made all of the so-called wrong decisions, suddenly all the friends disappear. That does not make sense.
The teacher sat with them and talked openly and frankly about the ideology that Charlie had discovered.
Oh no! What happened to Amelia?
That Charlie wouldn't be in trouble,
did she?
And they would receive support for some of the difficult thoughts they had been having.
I'm trying to control. Thank you for the 5. I'm not a fan of the UK government. It seems they do not support veterans' protests or free expression. Only dictators hold such views. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Charlie accepted they may need support.
Wait, what?
Charlie's teacher made a prevent referral, and they were able to provide tailored support for Charlie.
Ah! Prevent referral. In other words, re-education. That's what it is. I took time to read what a prevent is. I took time to read what a prevent referral is. Correct your thinking. That is literally what a prevent is. Correct your thinking.
They began a workshop that helped them learn how to engage positively with ideology and the differences between right and wrong in expressing political beliefs.
Who gets to decide what is right and wrong in political beliefs? The government? Is there secret endings to this? I thought the secret...
Charlie received counselling to help them process the other events in their life, and they felt much better for it. Charlie was referred to Prevent and Channel. Charlie was assigned a mentor to help them one-to-one, someone who had been in their shoes. They were reluctant at first, but gradually warmed. The mentor was honest about the dangers of following a harmful ideology, and the message resonated. Charlie had been informed of the support they would receive from Prevent, including skills support
the
and
dangers
family
of
sessions.
harmful ideology. The dangers of a harmful ideology. Don't you think the most harmful type of ideology is the one that actively sends police and authorities to round you up, arrest you, and lock you up for posts online? They don't even have to do anything.
With all these gentler interventions, what is Prevent? Prevent is a referral program operated by the Home Office.
Oh
in
my
partnership
God,
with
I
local
can't even
services.
skip this.
It was set up in 2003 as part of legislation responding to the 9/11 terror attack in the USA. The overarching aim of Prevent is to stop violent extremism from happening within our communities.
Has it worked? Has it worked? Has
Prevent
it
works
worked?
on the basis that any ideology
Tell me,
can
has
be
it
harmful,
worked?
and therefore anyone
Has
can
it
be at
worked?
risk of becoming radicalised. The programme seeks to identify cases of extremism before any violent acts are committed, and it does so by addressing difficulties vulnerable individuals may be experiencing and helping them overcome it. Why is Prevent important? Prevent is an important part of the UK's counter-terrorism strategy because it seeks to tackle extremist behaviour as it emerges instead of after an attack.
Don't lie to my face, UK government. Don't lie to my face. Don't lie to my face, government. I have lost count of the amount of they were under our radar. I have lost count. One after another, after another, after another, after another. Where was your preventative tackling of extremist behavior then? When people lost their lives. When women, children, young girls, they were abducted. Where was Prevent? Where was Prevent when there were acid attack incidents back in the mid-2010s? Where was Prevent when women are being harassed? By people who view them as below recognition.
It acknowledges that underlying issues and vulnerabilities play a role in extreme ideas and behaviours and wants to reduce the effects that push someone into extremism.
Has it worked? Has it worked? Other than arresting kids online for memes, arresting kids online for edgy posts, arresting kids online for criticizing the government. Has it ever worked?
It's important because
I'm going to start a different one. Is there a secret ending? Graham Lynn, I'm going to try all in this time. No more
Charlie,
in between. I'm going to try all.
It's important
I'm go
to
all
remember.
In and see. Wait.
Charlie became more agitated and ended up having to sit alone for the duration of the week's lessons because of the hurt.
I need to restart the game. Okay. Hold on, I'll reset the game. I want to see other outcomes. Let's try this again.
Charlie was enjoying an online game with friends. Charlie has started. How should Charlie react?
Let's see if I go all in.
It's important to remember that down.
Let's go all in and see what
Charlie
happens.
takes a seat. To their disappointment, Charlie doesn't do as well as they expect. They got 60 out of 100 for their work, but they wanted at least 75.
Let's go all in and see what happens.
Charlie approached the classmate.
I saw all of this.
Charlie has been chilling.
This one.
Charlie watches.
Let's have a look at this one. Let's see what was the outcome.
Charlie couldn't believe what they were seeing. Charlie immediately began typing comments and sharing the video with their friends and family, wondering what they could do to stop this.
But here's an interesting question though, lurkers. And it's an interesting question for the UK government as well. Why are you kicking out veterans from social housing if they are in need of housing? Why? Why are you doing it? Why were you doing it? If you don't want people to complain about how you're prioritizing non-citizens over your own veterans, maybe you should actually consider the needs of your veterans, isn't it?
As the likes, comments and shares came in, they felt that they had performed a patriotic service by standing up for veterans and white people's rights.
You're standing up for veterans. It has nothing to do with race.
Unfortunately, Charlie didn't realise that some of the groups they were engaging with online were actually illegal.
In what way illegal? In what way illegal? Are they attacking people on the streets? Are they burning buildings down? Are they kidnapping people? What type of illegal? Explain to me. UK government, explain to me what type of illegal. Seriously. Are they throwing acid at people's faces? Are they using knives and stabbing people? Are they buying black market weaponry and then firing them in public places? What type of illegal? Or illegal as in they say mean things on Twitter. They say mean things on Facebook.
Charlie has been
Okay, I'm really going out.
Amelia.
I want to see what is the
Amelia
so-called
encourages
worst
Charlie to join
outcome.
a secret group. Charlie thought the video the friend posted was so funny. They couldn't believe how many likes Amelia's memes were getting. It was inspiring.
Each ethnicity that legally is living in the country have the right to advocate for themselves. Completely true. This is the problem with a government like Pak Jaw run government like currently UK. They take legitimate concerns and they pass it off as bigotry and they pass it off as being racist. It's not about race. It's about citizens' needs. That's why your approval rating is so low, Keir Starmer. That's why 75% of the population do not like you.
Charlie joined the secret. Charlie's mum was.
I want to see how.
Amelia spoke of a gathering that had been organised. Amelia talked about the Charlie.
All of this really. Let's see how
Charlie
what happens
decided
if we
this
go
would be
all
a good
in.
use of their time.
Let's
Considering
see.
all the things they had seen and heard of, it would be good to express their feelings about it. They went home and made a banner to take with them to the protest. Charlie arrived at Charlie thought about
Can
all
we
the
at least
difficult
get a
choices
different
they had
ending?
needed to make in the last few weeks. Some of their choices had led to changes in French. The teacher had noticed this and decided to reach out. The teacher sat with them and talked. The teacher reassured. Charlie accepted.
What the hell? That's the same ending. That's the same ending. That's the same ending. They didn't even bother to give a different ending when you go through chaos. They didn't even bother to give like an extra special bad ending to all of this. What? Okay, let's try the other option. Okay? Let's try the other option. Let's see what happens if you... Now this is an offline version. Is there a secret ending? Is there actually a secret ending? Akachi, are you sure?
Huh. Interesting. It took over a year to make this. It took over a year to make this. Where is the bad ending? Where? Let me have a look. Let me see where the extra bad end. Where is the so-called bad ending? Where is it? 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 Should I even do the should I even do the Big Brother ending? Is it any different? Let me check. I'm curious. I'm kind of curious. I'll see if it's any different. I'm curious. I want to see if it's any different. Okay, hold on a minute. I will see if it's any different. Damn it! Why did I close this? Hello, random dude. I want to see the where is it? Front image. Where? No, wait, no. Where is the Amelia folder? Then where's the Amelia folder? Why did I do something so stupid and close the folder? There we go. Let's try this one. Let's see what happens if we take the Big Brother ending, okay?
How should Charlie react?
Let's try this.
Charlie learned that some people hold extreme beliefs and express them in hurtful ways, sometimes encouraging others to do the same and get involved.
I'll see you later, Pedro.
Charlie was relieved they
Thursday.
did not download the unknown video, as they did not know what the consequences of doing so. In some cases, downloading or streaming.
They didn't even bother to give the same. Let's try this.
To make matters worse, somebody else got.
Let's try this one.
Charlie was still upset by the end of the lesson. They couldn't get past the thought that their classmates had received a job offer, but they hadn't. Charlie spoke with their teacher after the lesson, and they learned why their grade had not been high and how to improve. The teacher listened to Charlie's frustrations about not having any job offers yet and booked in a time to help with some new job applications.
You know, that's actually not a bad outcome. I don't know what to say, but that's actually not the worst out. That's actually a pretty sensible outcome. Let's see what else.
Charlie has been chilling out all afternoon. They've been scrolling on. They spot a video. Charlie watches. In the video.
Let's see if we
Charlie
go
wasn't sure whether
Big Brother message.
They carried on. And to their surprise, the next video showed a veteran and a dog moving into their new home that had been provided as a community initiative.
Does it ever happen though? Like I can tell with a level of certainty, if the UK government actually did that, if the UK government actually did what they claim it's doing, there will be a lot less people complaining about the government. If they actually did what this game, well, it's not even a game, what this interactive lecture did. Okay, I want to find the Amelia ending later. I want to see what happens.
They were also relieved that they didn't share the first video, as they learnt that the
community means
Charlie has
citizen
been
fund.
enjoying a family dinner at home. Charlie's mum makes a comment. Amelia encouraged.
Oh, shit. Let's see.
Charlie didn't
I
feel
do want to do
comfortable
the Big
with joining
Brother
the
version.
secret group. They carried on with the family dinner and went to bed early. Charlie was looking forward to talking about the video their friend. When morning came, Charlie was ignored by their friend for ignoring her purse the day before and not having strong enough beliefs to associate with them anymore.
You know, it is, isn't it?
Char-
Let me see what's this. I
Charlie
already saw this. I just want to see what the perfect outcome
Charlie
is. I
began
want to
walking
see.
home. Charlie's phone started ringing. It was their dad, and they were enthusiastically talking about plans for the weekend.
Charlie.
Suddenly, Charlie thought
Things are
about
never
all the
like-
difficult choices they had needed to make in the last few weeks. Some of their choices had led to changes in friendship, and Charlie was feeling low, as they weren't sure if they... The teacher had known. The teacher sat with them and talked openly and... The teacher reassured that Charlie had made the right decisions. Charlie realised that if they had chosen to engage with these harmful ideas, the consequences would have been
Oh,
very
wow.
different.
Okay. Harmful ideas. When you have a government that tells you ideas are harmful, I'm not gonna end that. I'm gonna leave that hanging.
Charlie
Let's see
accepted
what's-
they may need... Charlie's teacher... They began a workshop that helped them learn
You
how to
did it!
engage positively.
What? They didn't even bother to give a good ending. Because they didn't even bother to give a good ending. You would think you'd at least get rewarded by the government for... You would think you'd at least get rewarded by the government for being the perfect citizen. But no. Let me see if I can find the... Let me have a look. Okay. Where is the Amelia? Let me see.
Charlie was...
Oh boy, this looks spicy. Oh, I'm moving away. Let's go see this ending. Let's see what's so special about it.
Charlie was furious that the teacher felt they needed support with their political views. Charlie was so insulted that they stormed out and went to see their friend Amelia. Together, the pair increased the amount of content they shared, attracting the attention of not just the teacher, but their parents and police too. By not accepting help in time, Charlie had given themselves an opportunity to break the law with the things they were saying and the actions they chose to take.
Oh my god. Now I know why the ending was scrubbed. It was not because of Amelia per se. It's not because of the prison time. It was because of this sentence. Partially because of this sentence, but I'll finish the ending. I'll see what the rest of... It literally is because of this. Oh my god. Let me hear this again. Let me hear this. I cannot
By not
believe what I'm
accepting help in
hearing.
time, Charlie had given themselves an opportunity to break the law with the things they were saying and the actions they chose to take.
By not accepting help in time, Charlie had given themselves an opportunity to break the law with the things they were saying. I wonder why. I wonder why they got rid of this secret ending. By saying certain things in a public square, according to UK police, you have broken the law. This was a Freudian slip. The government exposed their innermost thoughts from this secret ending. It explains so much. That is why they deleted it. They didn't delete it because they didn't want a bad end. They didn't delete it because they want only good ending. Well, the ending they want. They deleted it because this ending exposed what their intentions were. They want you to be arrested for speech. And they know people will find out. Starmer doesn't like fence sitters. Okay, let's go check the fence sitter one as well, okay? Let's go check fence sitter. One more. After that, we're done. Let's do the fence sitter.
How should Charlie react?
I already saw this one.
Charlie left the classroom with... Over the next... They still weren't getting anywhere with their job, and Charlie began thinking more about the comments said in class, about immigrants taking our jobs, and started to believe in that idea.
Oh, wow.
Charlie has been chilling...
Okay. I saw this one.
Charlie. Amelia. Charlie. They decided to like the post quickly. During the night, Charlie received a message from a stranger who saw that before they knew it, Charlie had been added to an encrypted private group without Charlie's permission.
That's not how it works. That is so not how it works. That is so not how the internet works. Over a like. Let's see. I'm kind of curious about this.
Charlie went to the protest in the end. It wasn't what they expected. They noticed the protest seemed to be more about racism and anti-immigration than British values and honouring fallen veterans.
I remember seeing this protest, and then it fizzled out very quickly. It had very little to do about, well, of course there is some, but still. It was mostly British values and fallen veterans. And I remember there was one video as well in the fallen veterans, a World War II fighter pilot. A World War II fighter pilot. Was it a fighter pilot or a commando. I can't remember, but he made a speech. He made a speech a few months ago. He said, basically, what was the point fighting and almost dying, seeing your friends die in war, when this is the government that came out of your sacrifice? I remember there was that one video.
Charlie grew increasingly uncomfortable. Before they knew it, they were running away from the scene. Some protesters next to Charlie had drawn the attention. Charlie had only been here to observe.
Wow.
The teacher reassured that Charlie accepted.
Oh my god. 1 year. 1 year of development time. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Where is that one? Oh, there. It's a short one.
I can see in my mind's eye those rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry, but the sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Well, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that, though?
What we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Alec, I'm sorry you feel like that.
Oh my god, that condescension. That condescension, Alec, I'm sorry you feel that way. Can you hear that condescension from that woman? You have a war veteran who fought Nazis in World War II. He didn't need the background music, yes. But still, you have a war veteran who fought the Nazis in World War II saying him and his friends gave their lives for what? For what? For a country that is more fascist now than it was in the 40s. What do you mean by that? That is, what's his name again? Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan is that kind of guy. Okay, we will watch one more video, Leka-chan, because... or a few more minutes. Got a few more minutes. Oh yeah, I saw this one. Hands
Hey,
leaflet.
do you like Charlie?
Why did you say no?
There is... I'll watch it on X. There is weird background audio. There is very weird background audio with this video. Let me check. I'll go to leaflet. I'll go straight to leaflet. Let me check. Where is leaflet? I'll just see the video from her side. The Last Rose of Albion.
イギリスねえチャーリーイギリスのこと好き
どうして行かないなんて言ったんだろう。君はただ僕らの未来を送ってくれていたのに。
行こう世界を変えに
残念ねチャーリー君。そんな有害な考えを持っているなんて更生施設に入ってもらうわね。許されることではないの。
あのアメリアって子は まったく悪影響なんだよ。
文化を守りたいっていう気持ちのどこが悪いの？みんな自分の生まれた国や文化が大事なはずでしょう。悪いことだなんて私には思えない。
Oh my god. If Kill Annie made this anime, holy moly. If Kill Annie did, this is basically a Kyoto animation type of anime. Jae basically Leaflet managed to prompt the AI, I don't know which AI it was, to make an anime version of Amelia. Let's have a look at this one. What's this?
Charlie was arrested and informed that due to an offensive tweet they had made, they were going to be charged and...
Oh, I think this is a little bit spicy. I saw this on Lurker-chan. This is a little bit spicy. I don't think the last few seconds of this video is particularly good for YouTube. I remember this video. This is the alternate ending, per se, where Amelia essentially girls George Washington on the UK police. Jae Hinks, you get to choose male or female Charlie. Okay, that's
sent to court. As David Lammy had decided to scrap jury trials, Charlie was tried by the Labour Party approved judge and found guilty of on indictment.
It's true, by the way. If Charlie were to be caught for thought crimes, he would not get a jury trial, because apparently the jury trial is now only reserved for the smallest percentages of trials, which is apparently the most serious so-called trials, murders and all of that types. So, expressing incorrect opinions would not entitle you to a jury trial.
With
that
an
is
offence
correct.
of inciting racial hatred, contrary to Section 19(1) of the Public Order Act 1986, the particulars of the offence being that they published and distributed written material on the social media platform X, formerly Twitter, which was threatening, abusive, or insulting with the intent thereby to stir up racial hatred, or whereby, having regard to all the circumstances, racial hatred was likely to be stirred up thereby. Charlie was thus sentenced to 3 years in prison. Charlie did not receive any visitors in prison. Their parents did not want to risk associating with such a dangerous speech criminal in case by hearing something they themselves would be committing.
You know what is the punchline to these lurkers? This video is not a meme. It actually happened. Someone got struck with these. Someone got struck with this. And ironically,
a crime. Despite the overflowing prisons in Britain due to Keir Starmer's new hate speech laws, a space was found for Charlie by releasing a violent sex offender early, as at least they had not said anything hurtful online.
this is also true. I'll show you like this. That is an important part. I will show you right now. I'll show you right now. Okay? I'll show you right now. Let me find it. Because reread this
as
part.
At least they had not said anything hurtful. New hate speech laws. A space was found for Charlie by releasing a violent sex offender early, as at least they had not said anything hurtful online. Charlie
I'm gonna find this article. Give me a few seconds. Wrong button. This individual has done very heinous and evil things to a 14-year-old. And his sentence was 12 months in prison. 12. 1 year. For doing those things to a 14-year-old. That's not all, by the way. This one, these three people protested this individual being released only after a year of prison. These three protested this outcome. And what did they get? They got arrested by the police, and all three of them received 2 years in prison each. So, for protesting, shouting and yelling about an injustice, you get 2 years in prison. Meanwhile, this individual has done unspeakable, horrible things to a 14-year-old, and he gets 1 year in prison. So yes.
Britain, due to Keir Starmer's new hate speech laws, a space was found for Charlie by releasing a violent sex offender early, as at least they had not said anything hurtful online.
This is correct. This is 100% representative of something that actually happened in the UK.
Charlie was forced into re-education struggle sessions in which they were taught all about the new tiers of racial equality and social justice. Although according to the state-appointed teacher, all people were equal, some people were more equal than others. Charlie tried their best to understand all these contradicting and confusing rules, but sadly, they could not grasp why, for example, a one-legged Muslim man was ranked more oppressed than a polyqueer, gender-fluid, non-binary lesbian. Charlie was able to be released early on the condition their vote would automatically go to the Labour Party if there was an election in the following years, although many of these elections were being postponed indefinitely due to issues with the electoral system. Charlie knew not to question this.
Lucas, remember that? Oh, I told you about that.
Years,
Remember?
although many of these elections would basically go to the Labour Party if there was an election in the Charlie was able to be released early on the condition their vote would automatically go to the Labour Party if there was an election in the following years, although many of these elections were being postponed indefinitely due to issues with the electoral system.
Like we just said, remember this topic we talked about at the start of the stream, Lucas? Remember the topic we talked about at the start of the stream? Now you know what it's referring to.
Charlie knew not to question this, as they didn't want to risk being sent back to re-education sessions. Whatever the great leader Keir Starmer had planned was in the best interests of the country. Charlie received a phone call from Amelia. They were very worried, as despite finding Amelia attractive, Charlie thought she might get them into trouble again. Amelia explained that she was campaigning for the rights of political prisoners and the rights of oppressed people. Charlie was so relieved. If they met with Amelia at this campaign, it was for a good social justice cause, and there was no risk they would get into trouble again for thought crime. However, while they were out campaigning, a police officer approached. Charlie had not thought to question what disadvantaged groups they were fighting for. Amelia was fighting for the rights of the oppressed British people and for political prisoners who, just like Charlie, had been locked up for simply voicing their opinions online. The police officer, which were now simply known as stormtroopers, told them they were under arrest. Amelia suddenly pulled out
Okay. You know what happens after this, Lucas. You know what happens after this. I don't have to tell you what happens, what Amelia ends up doing. Reminder. For protesting this outcome, where this man does horrible things to a 14-year-old girl, only getting 1 year in prison, these three protested this outcome. They got caught by the police, and they got convicted, and they are spending 2 years in prison. Meanwhile, this guy gets 1 year. So tell me, do you want to go to the UK? Do you want to go to the UK? Do you still want to go to the UK? I'm gonna leave it at that, Lucas. I'm gonna leave it at that. It has been a short-ish stream, but for the duration of the Chinese New Year and January, I have a lot of things to do and lots of things to catch up on personally. So about 3.5 hours is the limit for the coming streams. Long story short, if you are going to the UK, if you even so much a thing about going to the UK, you better think twice. One wrong move, you end up as that Charlie. One wrong move, you're gonna be like Graham Linehan. John Cleese made the right decision to get out of UK. Rowan Atkinson, as far as I recall, he also got out. UK is not a place for comedians. UK is not a place for anyone who is a free thinker. I'm kinda curious actually. I would like to see the UK government try to do something to J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is in... I know for sure J.K. Rowling is in the UK government's crosshairs. But she is too rich and too powerful to be touched. But I would like to see the UK government try something with her. Do not go to UK, lest you become an Otto Warmbier. Except, it's not North Korea giving you the treatment, It is UK giving you the treatment. You know, the biggest irony is that J.K. Rowling used to be one of the Pakcho's biggest allies, biggest benefactors. And they threw it all away because they went extreme. J.K. Rowling at some point realized this is not it. But no, they turned her into, as they call it, they turned her into a right-winger. A bigot. Funny how that works out, huh? Okay, I think I am done with today's stream. Before I go, let me see. You know, the thing about J.K. Rowling is that I don't even really... Look. A lot of people mistake me for a right-winger, but there are a lot of things I disagree with right-wingers. A lot. And there are a lot of things I agree with leftists. In the past. Funny how things have changed all this time. Where's the button? Hold on. How do I use the button? Nope. Where's that button? Nope. Stream settings, edit, customization. Let's see who I can raid. Ooh. Okay. Pink woman. Lucas? I'm going to send you out a pink woman, okay? Anyway, thank you for being here tonight. Just a little bit of a reminder for all of you. Let me see. 给我看. Next stream will be a little bit more relaxed. It will be this coming Thursday. Lurkers, it's Thursday, not tomorrow. Thursday. Not Wednesday. Thursday, okay? Thursday. Day 4, okay? Anyway, thank you, Lekis, for being here tonight. And I hope the stream turned out well. The lip sync has been improved. The all-new improved lip sync. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope everything is good. So with that out of the way, thank you. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Okay? Hold on. Thank you, Lurkers, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye. Okay?